Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, all right. Sorry, I was just fucking around. All right. Okay, everybody, we're here. We're live. We're on. And tonight, is it tonight? Yeah, it's tonight. 7 o'clock. We started a little late. I'm sorry about that, man. I hope that I know I'm gonna try and do my best to get you. You know.
Let's get it, baby.
But all right, this is Sisi's BEC coming live from one of the NY Guys hideouts or getaways, whatever you want to call it. Cat dens.
The cat den, definitely.
But listen, one of the, you know, it's really great that we get the opportunity to actually get to have this, you know, conversation, because it's definitely something that I wanted to add to the mix. And not only did I want to add sports to a certain extent to my show, but I think, you know, you're the best person to start this off with, Phil. Truly, thank you so much for being here, man. And yeah, I mean, what did you think of the name when I said it to you?
Sisi's bacon, egg, and cheese. Like,
silly shit, right?
it made sense.
Okay.
It makes sense.
It made sense. So
From Long Island.
I see myself calling you that. Like,
Sisi, right?
yo, I forgot your name. It's Jay or Joe, so I'm calling you.
You technically he's right on both.
You know what's really funny? I'm Jay and he's Joe, and we're the NY Guys
On the bacon,
egg, and cheese show
with Phil.
You know, right? It's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
another great thing is that we bring a sportscaster onto the show. Dom, welcome.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And also, before we get started, one of his jobs today was to make sure that he actually had some stats on you, because you actually did play.
So I can't lie.
Yeah. So listen. You're on that camera. You're mic'd up, and we have a facts checker, and we have our sportscaster. So we're definitely ready to hear a little bit about what's been going on in your life, and also maybe some of the story. Where'd you grow up?
Oh, is that the first question?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's start with where you grew up, man.
I grew up in Queens. So
Okay.
I was born in Flushing Hospital in Queens.
Okay.
Am I talking to everybody or?
No, you're talking to me.
Oh,
they're just here. Actually,
here.
they're here for emotional support. No, you know what's really funny? No, I'll be really honest. They're here for my emotional support. I have sometimes, I'm anxious. I get anxiety. I have anxiety.
All right.
So,
Listen, I'm here. I'm in this. This is interesting, man.
No, I honestly, some of the stuff that we read about you, because he sent me all the information over. Okay. Some of the stuff I read, I honestly, more than just impressed. I'm grateful that you were able to come, and not only that, it's just it's nice to be able to get to hear from the basketball side of things, especially with where you went and how far you went and what you decided to do with your life. And for me, that's it's the reason this is here.
Bless you. So
Yeah,
I grew up in Queens. Where do I stop with growing up? What age is you stopped?
So you want to know something? Did you go to high
When you
school?
first started playing ball? In Queens, middle school.
In Queens.
In Queens.
Definitely in Queens.
How old were you?
So I remember I had a laundry basket hamper, and I would fold up socks.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Like that when I was as far back as I can remember, and I had the little tight suit.
Were you always tall? Were you always tall? Like, were you tall for your age?
I was a fat baby. I was
No,
I was fat as shit. But
How tall are you now?
You're 6'4". Gotta
I
be.
wish 6'2".
No way.
6'2".
Dude, you stand next to me and I'm like, where the fuck did all the chicken go? I'm like, this didn't grow, bro. Like, shit, man. I fucking didn't grow. But no, alright, 6'2".
I grew up.
We're gonna fact check that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so I grew up in Queens,
Okay.
and then Jamaica, Queens, and then I moved to Long Island when I was 10.
Okay.
5th grade, I moved to Long Island.
Was that a hard transition? I mean, it must have been easier playing ball.
Funny enough, through life, basketball has helped me, and I don't mean to shed a shadow over
No,
what
of
we
course
got
not,
going
man.
on right now, but in this political society, in this highly racial tension society,
100%. Yeah.
playing sports, playing basketball always helped me adapt to whatever surroundings I was in. I was always able to people were able to relate to me a little easier. People didn't see me necessarily as a threat. People were more welcoming towards me because I played a sport, because I played basketball, because I was athletic. So it was an easy transition. Coming from Queens, it was one white person in the school that I was at.
Oh wow.
And then coming to Long Island, it was like me and like 6 other black kids. You know what I'm saying? So it
It's
was
like
like
a little flip flop.
literally 180.
Yeah, that is definitely a
But
big
it was
twist.
like it was a simple transition because I played sports, so that helped integrate me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Basketball was your first sport?
I think it was my older cousin Kenny Adeleke, who played professionally, who still currently does. He played,
Sick.
and like he introduced me to the sport when I was like 6. He didn't introduce me to it. He
That was
got
the first
me to,
basketball?
Like, that's when I started playing.
That was the first basketball?
Yeah, I used to
Alright.
watch it all day, like the Knicks NBA on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
Against like the Miami Heat in the mid '90s,
Yeah.
against the Bulls and things like that. I used to.
Can you pull up the roster for the next?
That's what's up. That's before I started. I wasn't following NBA yet during that period, during that
was-
Knicks era.
that
That's good.
was-
That's
That's
when the
nice.
Knicks were good, I guess, right?
So like, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Why?
Mark Cuban. Shout out Mark Cuban.
He's a legend. I went
Very smart man.
I went to Dallas one year. I think I was 10 actually. I went to Dallas.
Okay.
And
For like a basketball camp or something?
nah, I had family out there.
Okay.
And with my family, I went and it was just like the allure of just Texas. Was everything was just like big highways, big freaking signs, billboard signs. And it was just like Dallas, and then they had Steve Nash.
Mm-hmm.
So I wear number 13. I've always worn number 13. That's my favorite number because of Steve Nash. I grew up a Steve Nash fan. And then Dirk Nowitzki, who was my favorite player. Like,
Really?
correct. He was my all-time
We're gonna get back to that because I want to talk about your top
Yeah.
5 and
So,
stuff like that.
So it was just like, it was perfect. And it was funny because it's like, black kid from Queens growing up is like, how you like the Mavericks for? And Dirk Nowitzki.
That's the first thing that I thought of when you said that. I was
I
like,
was
Why don't
thinking
you
the
like
same
Tracy
thing,
McGrady, Kobe, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? AI.
I'm sure you liked all those guys too.
I did. I absolutely did.
You-
but
it
was
felt
just
home.
something- it was
Dallas
just
was
something-
home.
It was just something
I get that.
different. It was weird, and I've always loved
Nothing weird, man.
Yeah, I've always loved the Mavericks, but I don't know where I left off.
Well, you guys.
No. So you were telling us that you went to a trip when you were 10
That's what
to Dallas.
Correct, but yeah. So
13
the
is your
next-
number.
Yeah. So
You wore that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to
Yeah.
interrupt. You wore that all throughout everything that you ever played.
that was always a number I wanted, but in like high school, number 13, college, number 13. Every AAU team I played on, number 13. Like 13 was the number.
Is it like a lucky number, or is
So
it like
it was
the amount of
just like-
shots you can get in a row, or?
It was more so like people say 13 is a bad luck number, and it was like, let me prove to you it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I really like that.
Alright.
Yeah, so
That's dry. I like that.
yeah, 13 was just, and it looked dope on a jersey. 1-3. It's
Okay.
just like, the number 1 looks dope on a jersey, and the number 3 is like number 1. You think like Penny Hardaway, Tracy McGrady. Number 3, you think like Allen Iverson. It's like put straight up, and it's like you put that thing together, and it's like you see now James Harden, Paul George.
Feel the thrill.
Word. That's what they called me in college, bro. That's what the
Wait,
announcer
really?
called me.
Because he's.
Like,
Did you know that, or?
Fact check with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tom, you're
that's
doing
what-
your job.
That's what
I
our
love
announcer,
that.
the announcer would say that every time I hit a shot. Feel the thrill.
That's a good one.
Yeah, buddy.
Word.
So why don't you talk to him about a little bit of basketball, like his high school? and
Play,
basketball.
all right. Before
Talk to
high
me
school.
about basketball.
Middle school. When? At what point did you know you were nice? Like you were gonna start varsity high school. But before that, like at what point?
That's a great
I
question.
think he's asking this. When did you know that every kid around you was not really good?
Shit, when did I know? Like,
Was it playing school ball or was it playing like before that
I
at
didn't
the park?
start. Well, I would play at the park growing up in Queens. I would play at the park all the time. But I was never like a standout. I was never like, oh, that's the kid. Never, ever, ever,
Okay.
ever. I moved to Long Island and 5th grade. 5th grade we would play. I was just athletic. I was just more athletic than a lot of the kids. Faster, jumped higher, things of that nature. And I guess I put more time into basketball than them, but I was never like working with a trainer or things of that nature. It was just like kind of a natural love for me. I just loved the game of basketball. Passionate, literally.
Passion.
Still to this day, passion. I like that.
Yeah.
So, probably eighth grade is when I was like, all right. 7th grade, I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel myself a little bit. 8th grade was when I was like, all right, I'm better than my peers in this area that I'm in. And at the time, you think your little school is.
So
Yeah.
I have a question. Just to pause. Just to pause. When you said better, was it something where you were shooting the ball and it was just going in more, or was it that you had more drive and you were more hungry to get to the ball, or you got steals? Like I know I'm breaking into it. Like
Well, let me ask you this, just to make it simple. What kind of player were you? You were a scorer, playmaker, lockdown defender.
So, all right. So,
How'd you game
I
grow?
went to like a camp, a summer camp. I'm not
Who's
gonna
camp?
say the name of it.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine.
Okay. So I went to a camp, and this was, I think I was in 7th, 8th grade, and they called me thief. That sounds funny, right? They called me thief.
I'm hoping, yeah.
Right. I went to a summer camp, and they called me thief. But I stole the ball. And I was just fast as shit, and I would get a layup and get back on defense, or if somebody was in front of me, I would just go left,
Like that.
blow by them.
Quick, sneaky point guard.
And finish. And at that age of 11, you don't have to be really skilled. It's just athleticism.
Yeah.
At that age.
Yeah.
If you're just more athletic, just like football, ice hockey,
Or you
track.
hit puberty before everyone else.
Yeah, right, I
And
didn't
people catch
know.
up to you.
That's
though.
true.
I didn't though. I
Oh,
was just
okay.
athletic as shit.
Athleticism
So-
and good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, so like, what made me realize I was just like, I work harder than the kids that I play with every day. Like,
Your
I was-
peers.
Yeah, my peers. I was getting up before the school bus came, and I was like shooting around before the school bus came. Like, I would shovel snow, and
You had a hoop at your house.
I had
you
a
were,
hoop in the
going
driveway.
apart.
I had a
Okay.
hoop in the driveway, which is perfect. It would be raining. My best friend would come over, and we would play 1-on-1 and
In the rain.
literally bust our ass, like
Fall?
trying to make a crossover and slip and like overstretch your groins, scrapes. It was like, but just for the love of it, like love that shit. It was like
Yeah,
passionate.
no, that's good.
So like 8th grade is when I knew I was like, okay, I got a chance. I want to play in the league, you know. So
You played all 4 years varsity high school? Or
No,
how'd you make that?
I only played 2 years of varsity
Okay.
basketball. My
How was that transition, that feeling from
Um,
JV to varsity?
right. My 9th grade year, I was at a school, John Glenn, my school that I graduated at with the Wiz.
The Wiz.
Oh, yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Wiz, the cameraman, the Wiz.
Yeah.
So my 9th grade year, I was there, and we had like a really good team. We had he was on the team.
Obviously, the team was
Yeah,
fucking
right.
great.
Yeah.
Who did you play?
I was like 6
He was
man.
bench. He was bench guy. Nah.
Yeah.
So, are you being-
Bro, yo, I played bench.
Nah, he did his thing.
I
He
played
came
bench
in,
and I
like,
scored,
He got
baby.
busy. Like he
I
got
basically
busy.
came in to throw elbows and.
He got busy. He's a player that
He's
you.
a
He's a player that.
It doesn't matter.
Like he's a player you want on your team, but don't want to play against. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
love that.
yeah,
Dude, that's
it's
awesome.
like you fucking shit. But if he's on your team,
He's
it's
gonna
like,
get the
let's go.
rebound, he's gonna set that pace,
He's getting on the
gonna get that
floor.
loose
He's
ball.
getting on the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
So that was
Yo, why did to change his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, we might be doing a name change. We'll get back to you real soon.
So ninth grade year, I played JV. We varsity had a really good team. So JV, I did my thing, and then I was like,
You started on.
I started and it all circles back to Mecca basketball.
Yeah.
But
Why
ninth grade
Mecca?
year, why Mecca?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh shit! All good.
Because I'm looking at it and honestly it looks dope. I love the way
Yeah,
that
it's like the home. So they call Madison Square Garden like the Mecca of all arenas.
Sure.
That's basketball, yeah.
100%.
This is like where you want to go and you want to show out. Like before we got on live, we were talking about how like Monte Ellis didn't he kill at the Garden, Kobe Bryant did. Everybody wants to go to the Mecca and do their thing. So
Good
like,
shot, yeah.
correct. So my business partner did a simple Google search to see if there was any companies like that had like Mecca basketball. So it didn't, and we were like, let's do it. So
That's awesome.
that's the
That is a good name. I like that name.
quick story of Mecca basketball. Yeah, we're so yeah. I only played 2 years of varsity basketball.
Okay.
I transferred to St. Dominic's as a sophomore. Got in trouble.
That's out in Huntington,
Oyster Bay.
right? Oyster Bay. Okay.
Oyster
St.
Bay.
John's.
It's a good team or
Wait,
not?
let me ask you something.
Very
Wasn't
very good team.
maybe not at that point, but wasn't I don't know Louisville Patino, wasn't he there at some point?
He used to either coach or play at St. He used to coach St.
He used to coach after he played there. He coached there, right?
Correct.
Okay, that was a while ago.
Correct. Yeah, that was.
But I knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the 80s. That was in the
Okay.
80s. So yeah, played 2 years of varsity basketball.
Wow, you really did your homework, Tom.
That wasn't homework. That's just
That's
When you know, you know.
off the top. If you know, you know. But
that's
yeah.
right.
So yeah, played 2 years of varsity basketball and
Jay sent me something interesting that kind of got all this started. You played, you made All Long Island in the 08-09 season.
yes,
You were one of 3 players in your high school history to score 1,000
at
points.
the time.
Dang.
At the time.
That's really nothing to sneeze at, man. That's a really fucking great accomplishment.
When you were
Tom.
on top of your game in that at that point
Yeah.
in that season, how was that? Just feeling like you're at the top,
Untouchable, man.
competing with these guys at a level that you want to be at.
1,000 points.
Looking at it now,
Wait, that's a
2
season.
years.
2 years.
2
2 years.
That's
I think
still-
I did it through like 3 and 4.
2 years.
That's impressive.
So like looking at it now, from a 27-year-old standpoint, looking at it when I was 16 and 17 years old, it's like, damn. Like I had a, not damn like you were good, damn like you, I wouldn't say necessarily had an opportunity, but damn you had like a, if you knew the shit you knew right now, like damn.
We all said that.
It's always like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Would you go back in time? Tell yourself
nah,
what to do?
Nah, because this journey that's set out for me is like, it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
I was gonna
So-
say, yeah.
But at that time, it was like, shit was everything and more. You know what I'm saying? It was like, imagine just like, you feel like the pinnacle.
All Long Island.
I got the groupies, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You got the varsity jacket.
everything was
That's
good.
what's up, man.
You know, everything was good. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to express myself on the basketball court. Like, you see me in school, first period through 8th period, but then when it's like either practice or when it's game time and the whole school body is there, administrative staff is there, it's like you get to see me express myself.
This is your time.
This is my
This
time.
is your time.
Yeah, this is my time. So that's what like high school ball was like, and it's just like what I would do to have like a semester back or like a 1 period back.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we all feel like that
Hell
nostalgia.
yeah.
Yeah,
Of course.
So it was.
I mean, it also was nice because you were actually good enough that you got a full ride, right?
yes.
At least that's what you were telling
college
me.
basketball.
Yeah, that's listen, man.
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Listen,
Fact.
I
Fact
can't.
check.
Listen, I didn't. You don't have to fact check that. I know for a fact.
don't gotta pay Sally
Because
back.
I pre-interviewed you, and you want to know something? Immediately, you were on the phone, but immediately we hit it off. I knew it.
Word,
I knew you were on the
word,
phone,
word.
but you did that Sisi, like, and dude, it was funny. And honestly, what you spoke to me about resonated with me to a certain extent. I mean,
Okay.
we spoke for a little bit. We didn't get a lot of time, but obviously that's why we're here today. But no, so how did that feel, man? I mean, I've been offered like a quarter of a ride for my intelligence,
Okay.
but how did it feel to actually get to go to college on someone?
To
well,
be
not someone
honest-
else's dime.
to be
not on
honest-
someone else's dime, but on your hard work.
To be honest, it was expected.
Interesting. I like that
Yeah,
answer.
it was expected because I knew what I wanted. I knew what it was achievable. So it was like it was only a matter of time.
Of course. No, dude, I love that, man. I love that. I love that attitude.
Yeah, that's what that. So like, I still maybe take it for granted because like I might say like, ooh, I'm lucky. I don't have to pay salary. I don't got to pay taxes or anything like that. But still like, bro, you don't got to pay any taxes or I mean, you don't have to pay your loans off. So
Yeah.
You don't have to pay any loans off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that was earned.
No, but dude, you earned that. You
Yeah,
wanna know
but
something?
it was like-
you said it. You used to wake up early before the
yeah,
bus, bro.
But it's like
Shooting shots. Like,
it's
come on,
like-
man. That sounds like Michael Jordan.
it's like.
That's literally what I was thinking too. I was thinking that stage and that scene.
That first
But it's,
scene,
it's
scene.
like
Yeah.
it's like when you do something you love, it's not work at all. You know what I mean? So it was like,
That's
and
the
you,
NY
like
guy.
you say,
That
like
is.
word, you say it's earned. I guess, but like it's like it was like everyday life.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It was like my daily routine. So it was like looking back and like, damn, I did all of that, but it was like
It's in your blood.
that was like normal.
He started in college, right?
I did. My freshman year in college, I started like halfway. I started like the first 11 games, didn't finish out the season starting. My sophomore season, I did not start. I was in a doghouse, which led me to leave. And then my junior and senior year, I started. My junior year, I didn't start the first.
Did you go
two
back?
games.
You went back to NYIT.
I left UDC, University of the District of Columbia,
Oh, sorry. Okay.
and then I went to NYIT. New
For your
York.
junior and senior seasons.
Correct.
Okay.
And how was that?
Homecoming.
How was the competition between from DC, UDC, going to NYT?
Funny
One's
enough,
Division 2 and one's what's the
they
other
were
one?
both Division II.
Okay.
Funny enough, when I went to UDC my freshman year, they were independent, so we played wherever, whoever. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was kind of rag house. You know what I'm
You
saying?
didn't have like a conference per se.
We didn't have a conference.
Okay.
We did not have a conference. Like kind of like Notre Dame. So they just played wherever, whoever.
Yeah.
And we struggled in the beginning of the season, and then towards the end of the season, we went on like a nice little win streak, but we still finished under 500. My sophomore year, we joined the ECC, East Coast Conference, and NYT is in the same exact conference.
Oh, so in the same conference. All right.
Same
Who's
exact
went to
conference.
play them?
So UDC, my second year, like I mentioned, I was in the doghouse. I got injured.
What happened?
Like my ankle. I landed. I took a jump shot, I believe. Landed, and my ankle did that.
Oh shit.
So I was out for like 2 weeks, and this was like the second practice of the season, and this is when like you're vying for your spot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Of course,
saying?
yeah.
So everybody's
That
like,
came
oh,
in.
hard. This is that time. So I was out 2 weeks. 2 weeks behind the. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
curve.
At the worst time.
Correct.
The worst time.
And the coach recruited Division I guy, so he kind of like over recruited me as well. So it was just like I was in the past.
Yeah.
So my second year I didn't start, and then my third and fourth year I did start and did my thing. But how was the my bad? Your question was how was the switch? Like I always knew. Like my freshman year, the coach kind of like let the reins loose on me. He allowed me to play, especially early in the season.
Okay.
So I did well. I did very well for a freshman. I was like a 19-year-old freshman. I did well. My sophomore year, I was ready to take on more, but I was in the doghouse, so I didn't get that opportunity. So it was like kind of like I'm waiting. And then my junior year, the coach was real with me, and he was like, "Listen, if you work hard, everything is earned." And people say that everything is earned, but people got their favorites and blah blah blah, and you might earn it.
Did
but,
you deal with favoritism like
Politics are
that?
involved.
There at NYT, they were absolutely, it was earned.
Really?
And I earned my spot because of my performance. Point blank period. It's like you can't deny
I've
that.
seen some of the
at
clips
end
of you
day.
playing, man.
Thanks. We got to play UDC twice a year.
Oh, nice. How did you do against them?
The first time we played against them, it was like I killed. I balled.
I mean, that's not usually how it is when you go back against your former school
it's that
team or
family, it's
whatever.
that- and the coach and all of that. So like I did really well. I balled. Funny enough, the second time we went down there, we got smacked. They killed us. You know what I'm saying? But I balled in my senior year. We played them twice again. We beat them twice. But it was fulfilling to say the least. You know,
He also had a good he had a good record too, right? His stats were good.
Yeah.
Were they
What
exactly?
did you have at NYT? You did like what? 14, 15, something like
Yeah, I was
that?
around that.
It's really
Consistently,
good.
consistently around that my junior and senior year.
At this, sorry to cut you off. At this point in your career, the last couple years at NYT, what was your game? If you had to describe your game, you were a 1 or a 2?
2 at this point.
All right, so you're the shooting guard.
Yeah, literally. So my junior year, funny enough, my coach allowed me to, for lack of a better term, he allowed me to rock out. He allowed me to play. So if I was open for 3, I was shooting a 3. If I felt like I can take my guy to the basket, I'll take my guy to the basket. If the shot doesn't present itself, I move the ball. So it's a 30.
That's a lot of freedom, man. It's a lot of
It's
trust.
beautiful. It's a 40-minute game in college, 20-minute
Yeah.
halves. I played 32 minutes.
Holy shit.
Game. So it was like I had, for lack of a better term, I had a green light. So
Yeah, that's
he
awesome,
allowed
man.
me to play, and I had some success.
That's great to hear that from your coach.
Oh
Just
yes,
great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
green light from your
I've
coach.
never
Do your
experienced
thing,
that.
go out there, do your thing.
it's the absolute best. And I was coming. This is like, imagine like a new guy on the team. So it was like a little bit of like, who was this guy at first from the team? It's like, who was this
Oh,
kid?
you probably earned the respect. when
Yeah,
your team
so
was perfect.
as the year goes on, it's like real recognize real, and we had a real team, we had a bond, we would always like we did everything together, go out together, yeah.
Camaraderie is strong.
That's
That's
a beautiful
important,
thing
man.
of sports.
Yeah, it is.
What I teach the kids now today, camaraderie. Down the line, you're gonna see these guys 10 years from now, like, yo, remember we did this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Remember this camp? Remember this? Like, that's the best thing about sports. You know?
Yeah, no, I definitely want to get into that. So can you explain? Obviously, you have the brand.
Correct, Mecca basketball.
Now, the brand is for what exactly? You're doing multiple things, obviously.
Okay,
right?
so Mecca Basketball is a basketball training company. for
Strictly
simple-
run by you.
simplest words. Myself and my partner Kevin Carpenter, who was funny enough my AAU coach when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
8th grade, when I was like, all right, I can play ball. I'm like, I'm pretty nice now. So that's when I met him. And then he was my JV coach for 9th grade. I left, went to St. Dom's, came back my junior and senior year. He was my varsity coach. I went to college. I went to prep school, and then I went to college. And then when I left DC, I called him and I'm like, I need to get into a new school. Help me. And he helped me get into NYT. So, yes, that's my partner, Kevin Carpenter.
Yo, he sounds like someone who never gave up on you, man. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes.
It's nice to have people like that in your life.
He was your mentor, essentially.
To this day. So it's like a peer-to-peer relationship, but
You know him?
Yeah.
He knows Kevin Carpenter very well.
Next time you guys come on, you should definitely bring him.
No doubt.
Please.
No doubt. So
He's
yeah,
more than welcome.
So it's a basketball training company. We're based in Long Island. We have 2 facilities, one in Northport called North Sports,
Nice.
and the other one in Huntington called Next Level Sports.
So I'm allowed to stop by and
come through.
maybe
Get
learn a
some
couple
work,
things.
get some
What
work,
age
some stuff
demographic
that
you work
works.
with?
So kindergarten to
Okay.
professionals.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So
College,
everything.
overseas, G League, NBA guys. So a wide range. And the beautiful thing about like starting a new company, because I used to work for another company and now I branched off and started my own company, is like I can do whatever I want per se in this basketball world, and all the ideas that I've implemented or thought of, like I can put it to life. And I want to teach the 5-year-old, and I want to work on the professionals game. It's like the beautiful dynamic of being able to teach the green, the kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, and sharpen the gold, the professional.
Yeah, the best of both worlds.
It's literally the best of both worlds, and it's just like a cycle of life. And you know what I mean? I get like that passion. It's like, would you go back? It was like, nah, this journey is like, I wanted to play professionally and get paid. I didn't, but I'm getting to teach kids how to.
That's the second best thing.
Yeah,
The future is so
absolutely.
important. I mean, obviously, I could say this. Maybe not the exact path that you wanted, but you found the path that you're meant to be on to a certain
Absolutely.
extent. And I mean,
Yeah.
all I can say is I've seen some of your footage, I've seen some of the stuff that you're doing, and honestly, I was truly blessed when you said that, hey, you know, this guy's available, and honestly, I can't pronounce your last name, or else I would. But
That's why I was asking you about that.
yeah. So all right. So just one time for the camera, just so that I don't sound like an idiot.
You try first.
No shot. Me and him actually laughed about this. We laughed about this for about 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
We're just like, no, I'm making you say it on the radio. I'm gonna make you say it. But no. So how do you say it exactly, please?
Izevbehai.
Izevbehai.
Izevbehai. Okay, so reading it on paper, it's.
Honestly, it looks
Oh,
badass
man.
on the back of a jersey. I can't lie.
Have I had it on the back of a jersey? I've had it on the back of a shooting shirt.
Well, I guess that's where I saw it because I saw it on your page when I was going through your page. I saw it.
Amazon right now.
I might need
Honestly,
a jersey.
that might actually be something to do.
Last name, I might need that, man.
You look up the NBA jersey for Dallas, put the number 13 and then put his last name. I want to see how much that costs. See if we can get that done for him.
Oh man, Sisi's bacon, egg, and cheese. Anything is possible. New York guys, baby.
Estamos aquí para dar todo, you know what I'm saying?
I don't. Let's roll with it.
Shit. Yeah. Was there a question?
Yeah, no. So this is my question.
Okay, yeah.
So you said 13. When you were 13, you knew that you were good.
Correct.
So how much later, or how much longer did it take you after that exact point to dunk? Because one of the stories he told me about you, it sounded like the most monster dunk. It sounded like a LeBron James
Shit, I'm
dunk.
like trying to remember this dunk. What did I do?
Talk about Belrose, like when you guys like just graduated,
Alright,
and it was like you, Mac,
my friend
and
George,
like a few other guys,
too.
and he just like threw up like an alley, and you just like caught it and boom, like you probably don't remember because it's just natural.
How old were you when you first dunked?
My first official dunk was
No cheating.
I was 14. It was my 9th grade.
That's a great fucking feeling, brother.
On a trampoline or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking
It was like
6'2". There's no shot at these trampolines.
No, I know.
I was literally like, you practice the jump shot, you practice how to dribble the basketball, I would practice how to dunk. I would just literally run up to the hoop. I had a rim that was retractable, you go low, 7, 5, 8, 9, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I'm at 9, all right, I'm dunking at 9.5 now, all right, now it's time for the big one, put it all the way to 10. And I would try, and I remember the first time I turned that bitch over, and it was and I was like, I did it! That's great. That's like jumping up and down my driveway, and it was like, I did it, and it was like, I would try and dunk all the time, and I would get like little calluses, and it was like those were the good old days when I was like, that's what I would do.
You still dunking today, right?
Yeah.
All right, no, because I definitely want to play the game of horse.
Sisi, bro.
Yeah, no, we're definitely.
You set something up like that?
No, I want to get a game in if it's possible.
See the
Get a little
scene,
footage.
If you're interested, obviously I know you're a busy guy, but if you do have any time, we would love to, come down and check out the
I'll see
facility.
you on the NYGuys page. Dunking on Sisi, bro.
Actually, you want to do
Yeah.
I want to do a 3-point competition. I want to play him at horse, and then maybe one-on-one.
But you want to play him on horse?
I want to play him on horse.
Listen, our
Listen.
facility, a North Sport facility.
Listen,
like a basketball
I'm in. You let me know when we can. I'll play horse. And honestly, I'm not gonna put 10 bands on it.
Not 10 bands?
That's a lot of money. You listen. You.
I just wasted that the other day.
I know you were a little more adventurous. I mean, if we pull up that clip, you got a little set.
Yeah,
But
no.
we don't
Shout
have
out
to
to
talk
Lois.
Yeah, you did pretty good.
Yeah,
Lois,
You lost
Family
some.
Guy.
But yeah, he lost some money playing some NHL. And he smashed the TV. Did you see that? Did you get to see that video? Yeah, you did.
That was good. I saw that.
So, what was your first thought? Because when we spoke, I asked you. I said, "What do you think NyGuys is?" Like, what was your first thought when Sean actually asked you to actually be on the podcast?
So like when I saw the Instagram page, I struggle with, because it's all one word. So I'm like, the NyGuys? I'm like, the NyY? I'm
When
like,
I'm
what the
playing
hell?
Twitch, it's the same thing. They're like, yo, NyGuys. I'm like, the NY guys. Like the New York guys.
So I didn't know what it was
Yeah,
until
that's
yesterday
worse
when I
than
met you. And
Okay.
you were like, the New York guys. I'm like, oh shit, that's what it is. Real quick. But he was like, yo, bro, you down? Like showing him me up in the morning. He was like, and I'm up early as shit. I got a son. So he was like, yo, bro, you my homie's got a podcast. He wants to have you down. So I was like, all right, it'd be an honor. Like, fuck it. Like, why not? Like,
Oh yeah, dude. I hope I did okay.
more than you got my favorite candy here.
Yeah.
What show do you go on where they got your favorite candy here?
Sisi, bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Listen,
Listen,
I tried a little bit.
Next show, we need everyone to have bacon and Jesus.
No. So
Why
what we're
couldn't we
doing
have that
is
today?
we're trying to find a sponsor. This is the chance. This is the chance right now.
Deli.
We're trying to find a deli local to me, so that I don't have to really drive far. But
The bacon be soft. I like soft bacon. I don't like hard
Yeah.
bacon.
Phil's requested soft bacon.
And down the road, we'll have our own deli, the NYGuys deli. You heard it here first. This is like 3 years down the road. But I'm calling it now.
Yeah, we can talk about your store being our store right now.
Oh, I like that.
But no, so it was all just like the videos. You didn't see where the vision was for the most part, which is okay because once we got
Oh yeah, back to the New York.
Yeah, I'm
guys.
sorry, I'm
Like,
sorry.
yeah. I was like, what the hell is he talking about right now? So he was like, yo, my homies, they got a podcast. He wants you to come down. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, what's the basis? Like, what are we talking about? He was like, yo, just like some random shit. They come have you down. Like, you'll talk, you'll promote, like, Mecca basketball. And like from a selfish standpoint, I'm like, oh, Mecca basketball is something new. It's like any opportunity to get to like promote it, absolutely. And he was just like, but you also just get to just like rap with my homies and just like
exactly.
a chill vibe. You know what I'm
Listen,
saying?
that was one of the things that when I met you yesterday, I wanted you to really understand was that this idea is all about helping New York. Because one of the biggest things about it was I didn't want someone from Jersey. I don't want someone from Miami. Right now I'm trying to promote New York. I want New York to succeed. Because if New York succeeds, then we succeed. Because we live here. I mean, everybody here, to a certain extent, is struggling with something. And for right now, I see someone who's actually hustling hard, actually doing things that other people... Listen, there's a bunch of people in your same exact position. I'm not saying a lot, because not any of us but you. But, people are in your position and, they give up. Or they don't go the extra mile. Not only, you said you had a son. Not only do you have a son and you're, raising him, you're also, you're running your own business, and not only are you running it for like a kindergartners or anything like that, you're also helping the elite. So for me, when I hear of somebody that's doing that and actually going after their dreams, that's what this show is about. Because us here, this is our dream. This is what we want to do. And for us to be able to help someone else get to where they want to go, that's all that matters. Because that's the best part. It's a synergy of helping each other. Because we're all 27. We're all trying to get somewhere. We're all trying to get somewhere.
But I mean, that's it.
I'm 30, but.
But the average here, the average is 27.
Yes,
so
it is.
we're gonna keep
How old
going.
are you?
27.
Yeah. That's 3 to 2.
I'm the young buck, bro.
Yeah, you are young. Listen, there's nothing to sneeze at by your age. You are a proud owner of some companies now, my man. That is
sir.
definitely nothing to sneeze at. And you want to know something? That is some strategic business moves. And
You are my
truly,
strategic partner. Love you, Sisi.
I love you too, brother. No, so my question was, what was your most? Because I couldn't find it, and I'll be honest. What was your most iconic dunk? Because you told me that people go out there and they practice shooting, they practice the drive. You told me, you said a couple minutes ago that you practice dunking.
Yeah.
So what was your best dunk, man?
You know what sucks? It was the game was recorded, but they didn't get it because it was like camera guy zoomed in way too much. So
Why did they hire
I
Sean?
was just about to say, Wiz wasn't fucking filming.
Where was gold lights? Where was the Wiz?
And Wolf Lights.
Plug, you know what I'm saying?
Plug.
So it was against a school called LIU Post, which is like our next door.
Long Island University.
LIU Post.
Is that on
New
YouTube?
York Tech. The game is on YouTube. The dunk is not on YouTube.
No, it's not on.
Yeah, dude, I see some footage of you, man, and you're badass, dude. You're fast as
You guys
hell.
are watching some shit.
We're watching that exact game.
Okay.
So 13, let's see. Yeah, that's him. Dapping
1-3,
everybody up.
baby.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, who was the worst player on your team?
Me.
On my ass.
Yo, that's Sally though, bro.
Throwing the ball up. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Word. I was lit. We
Dude,
won.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Honestly, this is some great stuff.
Everyone,
Yeah, those are the great days. But yeah, we were down like 13 in that game in the second half.
Yeah.
2 halves of 20 minutes, so second half we down 13.
Ironic number to be down by,
Funny
right?
enough,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I get a rebound, and it's like you're down 13. Hockey, you're down like 3 goals.
Yeah.
Football, you're down 21. It's like you feel low-key defeated.
What about
Yeah.
baseball?
Baseball.
We're down 4 or 5 runs.
Yeah,
Played
that's what I would
in.
say.
Straight up. 8
Nothing.
innings.
What am I down? What am I? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm fucking with you.
But
Yeah, exactly.
so it's like you feel defeated. So I get the rebound, and I'm like, shit. I guess let's run some offense. Let me just get a ball to the point guard. The point guard, he's feeling defeated too. He's like, go. So I'm like, alright. So I dribble the ball off the court, do like a crossover, stutter step, get to the like middle, take off, dunk it with my left hand down lane,
From
and
the
now
free throw line.
the dotted.
That's still pretty far.
It was nice. It was nice, and that was like the momentum change in that same game that you just watched, and we got over the hump in that game and got a nice win against our cross. Literally, we could run there.
Oh wow, okay, they're actually really that close. I didn't know that. Yeah, NYIT's in Huntington too, right? Or in that area, kind of.
No, Old
Westbury? Okay.
Old Westbury.
Is it by the Meadowbrook Country Club?
It is right next to the Meadowbrook Country.
I actually used to cut grass there. This is Sisi's BEC.
You know what you can do there? That's ad space right there.
Exactly.
A little quick.
Yo, you want something? You're figuring it out. You're figuring it out. This is where it's at. You have to figure out where we can maximize profit at a certain point. And I mean that's. Yeah, let's just make sure we're all back up and running. Are we not?
Are we back?
Is that camera live?
Or are we not?
Yeah.
Are we not? But
BC.
yeah, the Sisi's BEC, man. Baked mac and cheese. Everyone got them when we were drunk, right? When you were drunk in the morning, the next day, did you eat them? Come on,
I would
the
get
hangover cure,
I
right?
would get it before I would go into a spot sometimes.
Hot sauce or no hot sauce? I put hot sauce on mine.
Funny enough, I said ketchup on the phone like a couple weeks ago, and the lady mistaken hot sauce. And I'm like, I didn't ask for this, but it was okay. But
It was Hispanic roots. I just can't help it, you know?
It's a ration. All day.
I got the hot sauce in my house and that little thing for the next time that we have dinner at my place. The hot sauce is ready for Sisi.
Oh yeah, perfect. No, because dude, I love hot sauce.
You need
It's just-
sriracha and you need like 2 extra srirachas in case you like get, maybe 2 like munchies.
Is that your jalapeno drop?
do you like sausage, egg, and cheese?
Actually, I do. But you want to know something?
You cheat on the bacon?
Damn.
I actually not bacon.
Damn, on the show you gonna release that info, bro?
But listen, you want to know something?
You're
On the
gonna
show,
go dirty.
first off, on the
You know
show,
that Sausage, Egg, and Cheese podcast is watching.
you know what? I'm gonna buy them and have my second show be the sausage, egg, and cheese. Yeah,
Listen, the reality is simple.
No, my biggest problem with sausage, egg, and cheese, it doesn't sound as good as BEC.
You're
You throw a hash brown on there sometimes?
Don't even-
Ooh.
Alright, ready to hear it? You ready to hear it? You ready to get a sandwich? This is me getting home. This is me getting home at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Not going to bed. Just can't do it. It's over.
Let's do it.
I call up, I go, listen, I need a hero.
Do you want to say the name of the deli? Or
No, no
Nah,
shot.
yeah.
No shot. I don't plug nobody without getting plugged first.
That's it, right.
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say pain.
Hey!
They're watching.
No, so I call, I say, hey, listen, I need a hero with a bacon, egg, and cheese. Throw some sausage on there, throw some hash browns, and if there's not enough hot sauce, I'm coming back and I'm gonna kick some ass.
Wow, you got a hungry man essentially. Man.
Exactly, but a hungry man comes with turkey as well, or ham, depending on where you go.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Come on.
So you got double meat. You said, yo, let me get bacon and sausage.
But listen, I cheat on bacon sometimes, but I love bacon the
Wait,
best.
did you get bacon and sausage?
Yeah, I got both.
Yeah.
So bacon is your main piece and your side bay.
My side, yeah.
Alright.
Is it? Do you want it to be a sausage?
First off, they're patties. The ones that I get, okay?
Krabby Patty?
Second, those places that sell the links, that's not my style.
You don't like the links?
No. I didn't say that. I said it wasn't my style. For the
I like
bacon.
the
IHOP's
links.
got some good links.
No, listen.
IHOP's links is fire.
The links are great, just not on my bacon or sausage, egg, and
Have you
cheese.
tried
In the morning.
One fat.
I can
Relax,
see
everyone
Sisi
needs to calm
sucking
down.
the legs, bro.
First off, you're talking like that and you sound silly. Because the reality is, everyone can. You hang out with me for 5 minutes and it's like a movie. You just think of all the dumb shit that I could do. Tomorrow you better come out. We're going.
Well, yeah.
He's going in a chicken suit, and we're gonna shoot him with paintballs, and then I'm gonna get shot with paintballs.
Where?
Walker Park.
You are 100% welcome.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk later. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll talk a little bit after.
He's gonna shout at me, but that's
No, it's just we got two riot shields. Mine's this big, and his is.
I'm essentially just better off just whacking the paintballs in my hand at this point.
I have a mask, right? I'm gonna wear a mask.
Fuck you, Monzo, and shout out to Monzo. But
Yeah, I love
fuck
you, Mons. New member of the
Love you,
NY
but
guys.
fuck you, bro.
But all right, now let's change some gears. So, do you play like in any leagues right now, like for fun or anything like that, or are you just strictly business now?
Yeah. Nah, I still want to make time, especially playing leagues. Like this past fall, I played in a league, and I'm gonna shout them out, Crunch Time Basketball League.
Okay,
really
I've
love-
heard of them before.
You have?
That's Long Island based or?
Yeah, out in Hempstead, Kennedy Park, their main location. But
I just plug them real nice.
Definitely, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
about, that's how
They should
you-
probably start plugging.
Didn't we
Mecca.
talk about Better Business Bureau?
Yeah, we did.
So essentially, it's all gonna.
No, it's a synergy. I love all of that.
You know what I
man.
mean?
It's
That's
good.
what it's all about, especially this generation. It's all about building and growth and working
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Networking is super.
No, but that's why we're here.
straight up.
I
That's
scratch your back, you scratch mine.
I mean, the raw essentials, but yes, it's definitely that type of
So
aspect.
I still do play. Now it's a little tougher finding time with a kid and.
I know, man. You juggle a lot.
business. Yeah, but funny enough, like being a student athlete in school helped me prioritize. It was like, all right, you got books.
Wait, you got a degree in communications.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
At least
it's
I was
like
right
you
about
got
something.
school, right, and basketball.
Mhm.
So it's like, all right, then you gotta find time for everything else. So it's like I got my son Maverick, my main priority in life.
His name is Maverick.
Maverick,
Interesting. Yeah, we're definitely getting that jersey, dude.
Dallas
Yeah.
Mavericks fan.
Yeah.
So Maverick and that, and now my business, Mecca Basketball, because essentially that's providing for Maverick. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's providing for my family, and that's a passion of mine, basketball. Not essentially playing, but teaching. You know what I'm saying?
So explain when it started, like, cause you're established, you have two
Okay.
facilities and stuff.
Okay.
I'm assuming it wasn't always like that.
No, I don't know.
So let me hear a little bit of how it began.
What do you mean, 2019 right now, 27.
Yeah, when did you start this business?
This business, I started this January 4th. I texted my partner. January 4th, 2019. I still have
This
it.
year.
Correct.
Oh, so you
Oh,
just
nice, just started.
Just started.
Congratulations.
basketball. Thank you. It's like I just started.
It actually makes sense of why he's here.
right? It just
Planning from Jason. But hey, you want to know something?
We got lucky.
We truly got lucky.
It's that kinetic energy.
Exactly, man. Good vibes.
So yeah, I just started Mecca basketball, but I've been doing basketball training since like 2010.
You said you worked for a company. What? You don't have to name the company, but is that where you saw where I guess the money could be made with your specific skill set, right? I'm guessing.
It was like, I can equate it to my sophomore year in college when I was in the doghouse, which I mentioned to you guys earlier. I didn't play, but it motivated me so much for my junior year when I was like, I got some success. So like working for this other company that I was working for, I learned I already had the basketball side down pat. I learned the business side of it, and I was like...
Was that the partner helped you with that, or is that something you guys learned together?
My partner, he's, like I said, he coached me when I was 13, so he was already older than me, 10 plus years older than me. So he's had that business aspect of it. He's reached out to me a couple of years ago, like, Phil, let's do it, but it just wasn't the right time. It didn't line up. Me personally, I wasn't ready. I didn't have, for lack of better terms, I didn't have anything to do it for. I didn't have anything to lose, or I guess anything like that. So I didn't have the drive, I didn't have the passion.
That makes sense.
So
That makes a lot of sense.
Once Maverick came into your life, that was the driving point for you?
My homie, Izevbehai, just called me, who lives out in D.C. He just called me right before, and he was like, what's up, man, what you doing? And I was like, yeah, I'm about to do this podcast for Sisi's Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
I love this guy.
He's like, what else, man, what you been up to? I'm like, yo, grinding, man. We had that talk a year ago when my son was born about, like, this is the path, and this is, you gotta grind, you gotta go get it. And I'm like, I started my new company, and I'm grinding, and I'm going to get it. Literally the conversation we had a year ago, so I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, but I'm holler at you right after I'm done with Sisi's Bacon, Egg, and Cheese.
Yo, I love this guy.
That's too.
Keep throwing it in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Maverick is the real driving force of this, and it's like that's like the driving force, but it's like, yo, this is so fulfilling too. Like, I love.
That's awesome.
Do you want him to play basketball?
I want him to do what he enjoys, what he loves to do, whatever that is that he wants to do. But he's gonna play basketball now. No, for real.
He's going to
You would like to play basketball. By the way, I want to say that logo is sick. I like how it shows the M. It's very well done.
Mecca. Thanks,
Yes.
bro. Thanks. I got to shout out my partner, Kevin Carpenter. He's the mastermind behind this logo. But Maverick, whatever. To be honest, because I'm very laid back, easygoing. Like, if my son wants to be the greatest artist in the world, let him be the greatest artist in the world. If he wants to be the greatest doctor, lawyer, politician, whatever it is.
Supportive father, that's great, man.
Basketball player, sure, you know what I'm saying? Businessman, if he wants to do that, like, he has my support 100% because, like, it's a grind and it's hard work and all of those things that goes into it. You know what I mean? So
You're definitely sneaking basketballs. I know.
oh yeah, he's gonna be at the gym.
He's gonna get close to basketball,
like,
but if he doesn't want to play basketball, he's not gonna be forced to. Is what I'm gathering.
At all.
I mean, he's already like going at like when we were shooting the other like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was like going at the basketball, like the ball.
Oh, I got 3 basketball hoops in my room.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he picks up a toy.
All the time.
He picks up a toy. He picks up a clothing. He picks up a teddy bear. It goes in the basketball. So he's got that down. So it's like he loves.
How old is he? 1 year old or a little over 1 year?
Almost 14 months.
Okay.
When he came out the womb, I had a basketball game playing on my phone, and we were watching it. 12 Seconds of Life.
Who was playing, Dallas?
It was Phoenix Suns. I remember, but I don't know who they were playing.
Okay.
But he was watching the guy, Devin Booker. And I'm like, look at Devin Booker, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, opportunity. My son is light skin, you know what I'm saying? He's a little mixture, baby. So it's going to be prevalent in his life. But
Well, I mean, his father is a.
it's all
I mean, he's around it. So much of sports, so much of athletes, it's genes. It's being around the game.
Yeah.
It's getting that knowledge.
Yeah.
Even if you're not getting lectured or taught, just,
Be around.
coach per se, just being there, just hearing the language, just hearing it.
Yeah. Like, remember the Titans?
You pick it up, yeah.
Like the white girl, the coach's daughter, like she like, come on, like she loved the football team. Like, what's going on out there? That's amazing. Oh man, you just pick it up, the love for it. So if he loves it,
So I need to know the top 5 though.
Top 5.
That's what?
Basketball players.
So like
I need to know.
Top 5 as opposed to
Not greatest of all time.
my top 5 favorite or top 5 great? No, you said
We'll do both. We'll do both.
So what is it?
Well, you gotta make it clear because
Favorites
this is not
first.
easy.
No. And the reason I'm doing this is because, for essentially, this is something you're gonna help me with because unfortunately, I don't have the vast
We're
knowledge.
gonna lay out the Mount Rushmore. We gotta,
No, so
lay out the wall first.
I want your top 5 first. The people that hit home for you.
My favorite
Yeah.
guys.
Your 5.
I gotta say 5. Patrick Ewing,
Okay.
the Knick legend. I grew up under like the '90s. Patrick Ewing, like my second father, literally. I used to call him my second dad. Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Kyrie Irving.
Why Kyrie?
He's
Why not?
right. He's just
Kyrie's an interesting one. Kyrie's an interesting one.
He
Besides-
plays very interesting basketball.
Besides Kevin Durant, he's the most unguardable player potentially in
I can't.
NBA history.
Okay. Whoa.
Potentially.
Okay.
because
Do you agree with that
Okay.
though?
I
It's a
mean,
very bold
Kyrie's
statement.
filthy.
Kyrie, do you agree with that?
Filthy.
I mean,
It's a very bold statement, and it's like, wait, what
it's
did
a
you
lot.
just say?
It's a lot of players. to talk
It's a
about.
lot, but
Yeah, a lot of different-
Right now,
I guess he bangs better than others.
I mean,
That's
his handles
not-
are the nicest right now.
the
Right, just right
keeping-
now, just to
in the
make it
league.
easy. Yeah.
Off the dribble shooting, he got that catch and shoot. He got that putting the ball on the floor, get into the basket, finishing right, left hand. He got that. So in terms of all the essentials on the offensive side, when I talk about being unguardable, he has
He a triple
all
threat.
those at an efficient rate. He's shooting 50+%. So it's like if I shoot, it's 50% chance.
That's what it is, yeah.
And the league average is about like 43%. So he's shooting
Oh wow.
that. And from the 3-point line, he's shooting over 40% from the 3-point line.
That's good, right?
The league average is like, it used to be 33. It probably raised to like 37, 38 now because everybody's shooting threes because of Steph Curry. But Kyrie Irving, especially at my height, about my stature, he's just, there's nothing you can do with him. And he hit one of the most iconic shots in Game 7 over Steph Curry in
That was-
2015. But
Can you pull that up? I don't remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
This is because he's on your fantasy basketball
he
team.
is. And I'll play you next week in the playoffs. But no,
Wait.
I got
Was
five,
he your first
actually.
draft pick?
he was number 2.
Who was your first?
Anthony Davis.
Of course, that guy's a monster, dude.
Yeah, but he's-
Anthony.
What happened this year? I'm sorry, I'm a
He's
little-
still doing his thing, but he had like a little trade kerfunkel. And
Pretty much. Pretty
Fuck
much.
is actually a word.
kerfunkel's like a
That's why I
word.
learned something new for the
Pretty
day.
much, LeBron said, all you guys, I love you guys, I love you teammates, but you know what? I want Davis. You guys can, Pelicans, you guys can have all my guys here. I want Davis.
Wait, so Davis is playing with
No, he's still there. He's still there. So this is
So-
going on and on and on.
So
It
they,
doesn't happen.
yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Okay.
They're still talking. It didn't happen. So there's the situation, and I'll get into this whenever that point is. But the situation in Los Angeles, it's a funny situation right now, and not funny in a good way. It's a tricky situation.
You know what?
Only playing 20.
Let's hear some of the news that you got going on
Oh my
right
God,
now.
that's
I
what-
want you to give me some of your reactions.
That's actually a perfect segue. Let's start with LeBron. Let's start with the King out in LA.
You like LeBron in LA?
I do. I love LeBron out in LA, man.
But check it out. Not only are we gonna miss LeBron in the finals, we all thought when he went to LA, all right, so he's got to take down the Warriors, he's got to take down the Rockets, Spurs, all these guys.
Yeah.
Not only is he not gonna be out there at the finals competing, he's not gonna be in the playoffs
At all.
What are we gonna do? What's the NBA gonna do?
That's it.
That sounds crazy.
That's why he's top 5 on my favorites.
And your last one's Kevin Durant?
No,
You only said 4.
I did. My top 5 favorite players. If I'm
Was
just
it Ewing?
Ewing, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Kyrie Irving. Probably say Paul George. Probably say
Paul George.
They descended of him. And top 5 in terms of like who are the top 5 basketball players.
Overall.
That's
Oh,
difficult.
here we go.
No, now this is where it's gonna get a little heated here.
LeBron, Kobe,
So
LeBron, bro.
Michael
Over Michael Jordan.
MJ.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James.
Which one first?
Oh, I'm confused. Are you actually ranking them? Like one, the best
When
one?
it's all said and done, LeBron James is the second best player to ever play basketball.
And who's the first?
Michael
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan. 150%.
Is Jeffrey his middle name?
It is. Fact check it.
Fact check it.
Fact
That's
check
right.
it.
But no, he is Michael because there's they call trailblazers. There would not be LeBron James without Michael Jordan. So like Michael Jordan globalized the game. You hear that? I want to be like Mike. He's like he's not just signed under Nike. He now has his own brand.
He's worth a lot of
brand,
money.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he's worth about $1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion
1.9.
plus. So
yeah,
like,
so that's kind of
Yeah,
impressive.
That's a lot
He-
more than
from a kid from North Carolina.
Yeah, right.
and he literally dominated the game. 6-0 in the finals. You talk about, granted, the level of competition is a little different compared to what it is now, but the rules were also different. It was a little bit more grimier, feistier back in the day. So
Yeah, I
it's
saw a
like-
funny meme today where it was
Yeah.
the guy from the '90s is all this like skin and bones.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll actually get checked. If you drove the line, you'll get checked. Yeah, that doesn't happen anymore.
Like,
But it's that video. What's his name?
Because
Giannis.
for the viewers, for the
Yeah,
fans want to see a more fluid game, higher
Exactly.
scoring
Jack.
game. So that's what it's for.
You gotta,
Who's Jack?
That's a good point. Where do you rank Giannis in today's
Right
game?
now,
Yeah, right now.
he is currently playing like the best player in
I think-
the national
I think so.
basketball
I think so.
He also looks like he's on juice.
Who's this?
Yo, not Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Wow, he pronounces it.
He got it.
He's Nigerian as well as I'm Nigerian, so that's family. He
6'11".
Well, I mean,
He looks like he's on
Dude,
juice.
no. I'll recuse it. I recant what I said. He looks like it. I'm not saying he's not.
Oh, I know you're not.
No,
I know you're not.
For me, I saw him when he first started in the league,
Right.
and he was great.
He put on weight. He put on weight.
Bro, look at him. He's jacked. He has biceps that are the size of my freaking head.
He looks like Candy's amazing.
I'm happy you're enjoying the candy.
So we were at top five. So we got Michael Jordan,
LeBron
LeBron,
James.
and then
I didn't say a third yet. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
Okay.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
No Kobe.
woo,
No Kobe in there?
let him answer. Let him
Well,
answer.
is this not
No Shaq?
no Shaq?
I like Hakeem Olajuwon over Shaq.
Ooh.
Yao Ming. I don't know.
Yo,
Let's
Nate
talk
Robinson
about
was my favorite.
Fifth guy,
Will's pretty.
You got Oscar. You got Will to go back.
Kobe.
number 5 is Kobe.
All right, so just one more time, man, for me. So we're doing Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Is it Kareem?
Steph Curry.
Magic
Steph
Johnson.
Curry.
Brown.
Magic Johnson.
Kyrie Irving.
And then who was the last one?
The last one was Kobe Bean Bryant.
You know the middle names and everything, yeah.
I love this shit, man. This is what I do.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Kobe is number 5.
Who would you want to play against if you had a chance? Like if you could, if somehow we could get you and someone in the room, do you think? Because you said something interesting. You said that you had the same exact height as Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Do you think you could? Do you think you could play him?
I would like to play him 1-on-1.
How do you think that would? You know,
I would like to play him 1-on-1.
not using
like-
confidence. Not using confidence. You've seen his game,
Yeah.
and you know your game,
I'm
and you
a
sound like
realist.
you sound like a strategic realist. You know.
I would like to play him because he's my height,
Mm-hmm.
about like my body weight size, my weight size.
Mhm.
Like if I played Kevin Durant, it would be like game 11, 11-0. If he
Yeah.
had the ball first, because he's just like
So tall. Wingspan.
No. I'm talking.
So, like,
that's why I said
Kyrie-
Kyrie, yeah.
I feel like I can get a body on him, but he would still cook me. I'm not gonna lie. If he had the ball first, I would have to hope he misses. If he misses, then he gotta guard me. And I can.
Fuck.
No,
I
we can
can-
cut some of those.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're on your
I
game,
can score a couple more if you want to, too.
I can. It's motivational shit. I
will.
I can score. I can score basketball. I can score a bucket on Kyrie Irving, but like he would absolutely 150%. He would win in a game 1-on-1. If he played 10 times, he'd win 10 times.
That's very modest. That's good. I like that.
10 out of 10 times.
Is there any player in the NBA right now that you think you could beat 1-on-1? That's your height. If you had to think about it.
100%.
Lonzo.
Hold on. No. I totally think.
There's a lot of players in the NBA that are like utility players.
Squeeze.
And
I
they
can-
dominate them.
No, and I totally agree with that. That's why I asked, because you said before that you wanted to get paid to play.
Correct.
and we never touched in on that. And I'm not going into it. I'm just saying, for me, if you had a chance, which I'm sure that if someone gave you the opportunity to play somebody, who do you think? That's someone that I know, not a utility player, because I'm
Easily beat Ron Baker.
So like like I mentioned, I'm a realist, and like there's like about 300 people that play in the NBA. So you gotta be elite, and it's a game of opportunity as well, especially for the lower class of it.
I don't understand the politics of it. How you get into it?
Yeah, so like it's a game of like knowing the right people, being in the right situations. You get an opportunity, you do your thing, and you're there. So it's like there's people I know that are not in the NBA that are better than NBA players, 150%.
They go play in Europe or other
Yeah,
leagues,
they
right?
play overseas, they play wherever to get a check to play basketball. I do think with my training company, I always like to do one-on-ones afterwards with the workouts because it's like that's competitive nature. Like in this nature that we're in now, we like to like team up, and you see it with basketball now. Everybody wants to be on the same team, essentially. You know what I mean? So and like with business, like our generation, like let's team up, let's do big things. But I still like to breed that competitive and that alpha when we do the one-on-ones. So I always do one-on-ones at the end of my workouts, just because it's a sense of I beat everybody. So if we did it in that fashion, if there was an NBA guy in the lineup and it was me plus 2 or 3 other guys, and it's like if you score, you stay on. So if you score, the next person comes on. You score, the next person comes on. If we were doing it like that, I can win. If we play first person to 7, I can win. If I were to play an NBA guy one-on-one, I don't know every player in the NBA, but I could probably beat, if there's 300 players in the NBA, I could probably beat number 300 in the game.
At least one. At
You
least
made
one.
one.
So one of the things
I'm making
that
it legit.
So one of the things Dom actually told me was one of the the kids in your graduated class.
That's what I wanted to ask.
One of the kids in the graduated class that
You sent me that list.
for me,
I saw the Long Island
Yeah,
list.
so one of the people that I need to ask, because I've actually seen him out when I've gone out partying.
Yeah, me too.
Before he actually got into the NBA, and I think you know what I'm talking about. Tobias Harris.
Yes.
How is it? So, do you really think like? And listen, obviously you don't have to. I'm not asking you to lie or tell the truth if you don't want to. But do you think he deserves to be in the NBA?
Bro, he's about to get maxed out next
If you
year.
watch the game, you don't need my answer. Like,
I don't watch right now.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, when you used to play with him, did you see because you said you played against and with.
Yeah.
So when you were against him, did you see NBA caliber?
No.
Okay.
What I saw was like super talented.
For shooting or what? Getting into the paint, like.
He was like probably at this point when I played against him, he was like 6'7", and he could shoot the shit out the ball. He had like 11 threes against us, like in the scrimmage, he had like 40 points. So like, but I'm like, at this time, this is like 2009, I'm watching like LeBron in the NBA, I'm watching these like guys I look up to, and Tobias is a pair at the time, so out of no disrespect, I didn't think at the time. And
Well, that's why I asked it in that specific
Correct.
context. I didn't want it to
Six
sound.
teams.
correct, but like his whole upbringing, he's been like doubted, and it's like he'll do that, but he's not gonna do well there. Like he'll go there, but he won't do well there. Like from high school when he was at Hills East, he did his thing, then he transferred to Lehigh, won big there. Then he went to a school called Tennessee, balled out there. Before that, he was a McDonald's All-American, balled out, went to Tennessee, balled out, got drafted by like Milwaukee Bucks.
How many years did he play in
Did his
Tennessee?
thing. One year.
One year?
One and done. So like his whole like career, everybody's been like, oh yeah, he won't last, he won't this, he won't that, he won't this, he won't that. And then Orlando paid his ass.
Sorry to correct you, but he actually got drafted by the Charlotte Bobcats,
And he
Charlotte
got
Hornets at the
And
time,
got traded.
and he was later
Traded a couple times.
drafted to the Bucks.
4 months.
Wait 2 months, and now
Got traded.
That is some
Like
fact
that.
check.
On the spot.
And he went to Orlando. And like at the time, a $55 million contract was some bread. At the time, like now, it's like what, 55? Like that's nothing. But at the time,
Where can I stop for that?
right? At the time, he got a $55 million
You're right,
contract.
sorry.
And that's when like everybody was like, oh shit, like this Long Island product is doing his thing. But like, at the time when I played against him that day, when I was a senior, he was a junior.
In what, high school or college?
High school, no. But when his senior year going into his McDonald's American game and freshman year at Tennessee, I'm like, yeah, he's going to the league. It's only like, what is he going to do in the league? And he's a professional.
Oh, he was a respectful guy. He was nice to talk to.
He's humble, always cool dude. Like talk on like message, whatever the case may be. But what I mean by professional, he's gonna play if he's healthy and if he wants to, he can play 20 years in the NBA.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a long stretch.
He's also a versatile guy.
Yeah,
he can play any player,
like a small forward position. But off the basketball court, he's just a good guy. He's a guy you would want around in your locker room. He's a guy that would make your franchise look good. It's like, you know, in school, it's like that guy gets good grades, so that's why he's on the team. Like, he's just on the basketball side, he's an all-star. He's an all-star. Off it, he's like a person that you would always want to have around. You know?
And that's key. And that's key because he's playing with Simmons. He's playing with Embiid.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Those are all really good guys.
Redick. Yeah. These are all the guys that he joined when he went to the Sixers.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get paid. They're gonna max him out.
I mean, he's making
He's gonna get a max contract next year. He's gonna get maxed out. I want the Nets to make this
Big money.
So if Mecca was able to hold a sponsored event,
Okay.
let's just say for example, an NBA players camp, you wanted to pick them for your team, the ones that are active in the league right now, who would be your how many people are on the team?
5, starting 5.
Yeah, we can do that. Because obviously it's not your favorite people.
Yeah.
It's obviously not the best overall.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about the league right now.
I would want their
hard.
the kids love Steph, but I would want me personally. What you're talking about?
Well, I mean, listen, this is your team. It's a sponsored event. You need 5 guys to play for
I
it.
want Kyrie.
Okay.
I want Paul George. Give me
I mean, all these guys played good together. I'm assuming that's why you're
They'll
picking
make
them.
it work.
Oh, okay. That's the kind of coaching I like to hear.
Kyrie, Paul George, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay.
Right now, or
Right now.
I mean,
Wait,
it's
is
not
Dirk-
really.
No, yeah, that's still like, but Dirk
But
is
it's
talking about
prime.
for me. Dirk is the creme de la creme. Dirk is
You need
an
that bad man.
all-time
You need
favorite
that.
player, and he's a legend. He's an all-time legend.
He's always played on Dallas, right? He's never played anywhere else.
20 years of his career.
That's why he said 20 years. Interesting.
20, all 20. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Word.
All right, why don't you run down a couple of those things?
Yeah, let's we start talking about LeBron and the Lakers, the debacle that is out there. I have a couple audio clips, why not?
Where are we getting those audio clips from?
Audio, courtesy of TMZ.
Ship all them dip ship all them sorry motherfuckers. Sick of trying to
I agree with that.
It's gonna be cool. They gonna figure it out. They gonna grow. These sorry motherfuckers, they gonna do
Oh, yeah, ain't talking about it.
He's not very happy camera right there.
They sorry. They
Do you know the context of this clip?
Oh, I saw
Can you
it on
explain that to me
Instagram.
when you guys after the clip's over? Just have him explain it.
They're giving away his tickets and shit. He's fucking with us all, bro.
So
They ain't happy out there, man. They're not happy.
Why?
No way.
I've seen the thumbnail. I've seen the caption. Snoop Dogg going off. Snoop Dogg going off for the Lakers. They ain't making the playoffs.
They're not gonna. And we're gonna
So
list
he's
them
not happy about that?
At all.
Oh, he ain't
Snoop is. You said he's ready to get rid of his.
$5.
That's what I was seeing on Instagram. I'm big on Instagram. I saw him. He's like, I'm giving away my tickets are free. Fuck that. Like, I'm out.
Damn.
I'll sell him $5. You
They lost.
It's not pretty.
They lost their last 5. So that's like their latest
With
streak.
LeBron James.
With LeBron James. Just before that, I was here and we were hearing Melo unites with LeBron, Melo to the Lakers.
What do you think of that?
That's not gonna happen anymore.
No, not.
But that just got me thinking. This is what I wanted to ask you guys. Guys been in the league for what, 17 years? 7 years with the Knicks. What do you think about his tenure with the Knicks? Just because it's kind of like in the rear view now, you can take a second, look back at
It was
it.
very exciting, especially the earlier years when you had like Chauncey Billups, Morris Starr, like they were a playoff team.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was good years. He would hit big shots. He was a superstar playing in New York.
It was genuine
Yeah,
excitement.
he was a big draw. You went to the Garden to watch. All-Star, all right. Okay, all right.
Did he make the All-Star team when he was on the Knicks?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
perennial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means every year. Okay. Listen.
That's
Oh, the guy was. He can wake up out of
that's the second
bed
thing.
and
I
drop
like.
40. I mean, he was a scorer.
Yeah,
He was a
that's what
scorer.
That's what he did.
What's another big topic that you got on there for us today?
We can change it up a little bit. We can go football.
Do you follow football to a certain extent? Enough.
I was gonna bring this up because I figured this would be interesting. It's not I'd say about 2-3 weeks old worth of news, but Colin Kaepernick and the NFL they got
Yeah,
together
they settled, right?
and they
They had
settled.
like $50 million.
It was a lot of money. I'll give you. It's undisclosed.
Quick
Ballpark figure between 60 and 80 million. This is based off the civil lawsuit.
60 to 80?
60. So let's just call it 70 million. Just for argument's sake.
He's not playing anymore, right?
He's not playing right now. What happened was
He's an
this.
undrafted player. He's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
I didn't mean
After-
undrafted. You know what I meant.
Wait, but he just ripped in quick 50 mil for not playing? How does that
No,
Well, they
supposedly-
put the settlement. NFL put the settlement.
Settlement for
Cap,
what,
here's
though?
your he sued them on the civil lawsuit
For the kneeling thing.
for the.
Oh, okay,
based
okay.
off that, but it was a collusion because after the kneeling, he had to opt out in his contract. So like, listen, Cap, you're gonna opt out this way. We don't have to get rid of you. You're too much of a distraction on the football end of things.
How do you feel about that? You think it was a distraction?
So he opted out of the contract.
It was a distraction, but it was for a reason.
It was for a reason.
No. I get that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Remember, I didn't play sports, so I don't So when I hear it's a distraction, I get it that he had a reason to do it, and the fans were upset. But I'm talking about for you, not you specifically, but
I mean, he could
Playing
ball.
the
He
game.
could play. He could ball.
was he good? Like I don't even. I mean, wait,
This
this
is
was
coming
Super Bowl,
off. This
right?
is coming off the 2017 season. He played the 2017 exactly.
Super Bowl, right?
So we've all seen him ball.
Not Super. Super Bowl was like 2015,
Okay.
2014.
No, but that means he can still play. All right. No,
Super Bowl.
I think that's a lot of money.
So that was, I'm sorry, end of the 2016 season.
Okay.
He didn't play the 2017 season. He didn't play the 2018 season.
Okay.
So that's where the collusion came off. 2 years, you've seen what I've done. You see my resume,
No.
and no one's gonna sign me because of this.
And that's why he's.
This is a lawsuit, 70 mil. Obviously, you heard all the discussion, everything that went around in the world of sports regarding this, and past sports. Obviously, it was a matter of much past sports. So that's kind of NFL. Here's your 70 mil. The issue goes to bed, undisclosed, big for the NFL, and that's
Well, it's a huge
kind of
thing
where
to
we're
just
at.
Get off.
It's funny too because it's like, what is it? 32 teams in the NFL.
32, yeah, it's
So it was
I think 32, yeah.
So 32 damn near billionaires. It was like, yo, I chip in 10, give me 5, give me 8 mil, give me 7. Let's pay this motherfucker instead of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
No, you're right.
Like that's probably what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Genius. Now I'm thinking about the way he played it, like quick 70 mil. I mean, if
Is that what an average
I would
football
do
player
that.
gets for the 3 years that he's losing out on?
Oh no, that's bigger. That's bigger.
Really? So
NFL
he made more
doesn't
money.
make the kind of guaranteed money that you make in the NBA or in baseball. Let me
Who makes the most money? Like, what sport
Baseball.
player? Baseball?
between guaranteed
Boxing,
money,
actually.
baseball.
Boxing.
Mayweather.
Alvarez.
Oh,
Well, yeah, because
High
you're
state,
yeah.
300.
Who's
I was
the
so
highest
something
player in
to
the
that.
For what
NBA?
fight is he getting 365?
He's getting.
He's
Fact
getting
check,
sued.
fact check.
I don't know. I
5 mil. He signed an 11.
Yo, I saw something on
fight
Mayweather
contract.
today about if
365
he were to
Yeah,
fight
so
someone
that's
else in a
30
rematch, that
something
he
per
was
fight.
racking $1.3
Mayweather got like that one
$1.8
fight, like $300
billion in a
Well,
fight.
this is
Wait,
just
billion?
basically- this is,
Billion with
this
a
year.
B.
Look that up. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
you
heard
order
about
Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather?
I
He fights
just
again?
I just saw it today like on a World Star or something like that on
This
Snapchat.
is current. This is current.
And he was saying if he were to rematch someone that he'd be it was either 1.0 or 1.8. Who was it?
Canelo Alvarez.
Yes, I was watching it. Actually, I was taking a shit today. And
Yes,
just,
just so everyone knows. We just needed to
I was
vocalize
letting
that.
out the bacon, egg, and cheese, and I just scrolled through my phone. I saw, I'm like, $1.8 billion? Yeah, boxing.
Let me run that audio quick.
Well, he made 275 mil against McGregor.
Yeah, run
Yeah,
the
but
audio.
the next fight, if it were
This
to go
is
down,
from,
it would be in the media.
This is from HBO.
Yeah, Canelo.
The Shop
Okay.
with LeBron as the exec.
Okay. Yeah,
And you guys all watch the show. You're familiar with
I've
it?
heard of it. I've heard
It's
of it.
it's pretty cool because you guys get these athletes in there that you're not going to hear them talk about this stuff, you know, in the reporter.
They're candid.
They are.
No, but
They are.
all right. Well, let's see.
So
Cap stood for something that was bigger than him. He sacrificed. How many people can wake up and say, you know what, I'll give everything that I've worked for my whole life for the better of the conversation?
Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna lose everything that I got personally for the better of the conversation. And that's why we can sit here and salute Cap.
he put his money where his mouth is. He took a gamble. He lost the gamble in that he didn't play those 2 years. But now look how he kind of got that money back in a financial way.
Back end.
In the back end.
Sounds like a very strategic business.
Well, that's work for him too, right?
Well, that's toll on his
He
body.
can get hit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that whole thing is truly like we're gonna have to wrap up.
He
soon,
got hit off the
unfortunately,
field.
but you know that whole
I was trying to.
that whole entire thing is just it's just crazy with how kids nowadays like I don't think if I have kids I want them playing football. Just hearing the fact with all those concussions and all that type of head trauma, like listen,
The ratings have been lowest in
Yeah.
years, especially the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
because of concussion, because of the tension going on with the kneeling.
And what do you think about basketball injuries? Do you think that they're as life-threatening to a certain extent? Like
No.
tolling on your body.
it's a physical game. Football is
It's not.
So
literally
different.
you're literally running into someone and just
Straight up.
impact, like
Head on head
Yeah.
impact, yeah.
Every play. Compared to
Alright.
football and hockey, not even close.
One more topic because the cameras.
Whatever you guys, we
Yeah.
can stick with. We can stick in the NFL. Speaking of Antonio Brown, I mean this guy. He's continuing
Then he said
about
it's not huge.
fake exactly.
Just
Oh,
oh,
that's good.
live actually.
He was.
Yeah.
I think how such
Take
a
a shit,
typical diva receiver. You're making money. You're the best of the best. You're playing with a
Why's
quarterback.
the diva?
Beckham's a diva. The wide receivers. These guys, they're divas.
Why?
Everything.
I want to know why.
Everything. Roll the audio. Sorry, guys. This is
His opinion is a diva.
When you go home with the confusion, too much confusion, I'm like, damn, this what they really at. 'Cause now
head
they
coach
show
Mike
me,
Tomlin.
You know,
I like
yeah,
that.
the dude called me out, we lose a game, he like, yeah, AD should have
So
ran the
Ben
route.
Ben Roethlisberger.
That's how the guy he is. He feel like he the owner. Bro, you do this shit to the D, hey, man, fuck him.
And that makes him a diva. Because that's what
It's
everybody else
not-
is saying in the locker room.
It's not that. It's other stuff. The videos.
I think that's more of a. I think
When
that's
you're
more-
that-
I
when
think
you're
it's more of a
that
publicity
vocal-
thing, though. I mean, just so that.
Doing it for publicity, I can understand the diva, but like just.
So you don't think that's what he is?
I think he's a very.
I
good
think
player.
that's just a label.
I think he's a great
I think
player.
that's just an automatic label. Any wide receiver who wants the ball, you're automatically a diva. Terrell Owens, Randy Moss.
He is.
Is it like cloud chasing or
Beckham.
completely different?
Well, I think like
Because
that's
it's
an
like,
example.
if you
Because
play
he
football-
wears.
Nah, never.
Oh,
He
okay. So
wears.
it's like when you feel like throw me the motherfucking ball, I'm gonna catch it. Throw me the motherfucking ball because I'm gonna catch it. Don't run it every goddamn possession. Or don't go other way. I'm gonna get you the. So it's like a sense of belief in oneself. So it's like when Tom Brady goes off on a receiver, or when Tom
I
Brady
can see him.
Is he a diva or is he passionate about it? Does he really believe in himself?
Okay. It's funny you mentioned the Patriots. I can see him, because if I'm an owner, I'm just scared that Antonio Brown's gonna come in,
Distraction.
and he's just gonna everything good that I have going is just gonna kind of go. Psh. But I can see.
But since when? This year they didn't make the playoffs, but every other year they made the playoffs. They just lost to the freaking Patriots.
I'm
So
not gonna
since
lie.
when was
For
he
the
the guy?
Jets, let's take the Jets for example. Sam
He always
Darnold.
sucked, but add Antonio Brown, he might not get
If
us
you
into the
want-
playoffs because it's two sides of the ball. It's not just offense; it's defense as well.
His defense.
So and it's coaching.
So you have the new coach.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like Antonio Brown is not going to be the reason you don't make the playoffs. Antonio Brown is going to help you make the playoffs, but he's not going to be the deciding factor. We got Antonio Brown, we're going to the playoffs.
I'm scared that if you put him on the Jets, you have him in Darnold's ear, get me the ball, practice after the game, before the game. And Darnold, they're grooming him to be their starting quarterback, their future for the next 10 years, their star quarterback. I just want him on the straight and narrow. I don't want him with distractions. I think Brown's scary. I think even Le'Veon Bell is scary. I think it's just putting guys in those situations is scary to me if I'm running a franchise.
When a guy works his ass off and is not getting paid for what he's doing, I don't give a fuck what that is. When I work hard, I want to get paid for working hard.
If Christian McCaffrey did what Le'Veon Bell did, is he a bad guy?
No. Le'Veon Bell wanted his payday. You can't.
Yes,
Listen, I get it. They're billionaires. I get that they have all the money in God's creation. But when they're risking their body, when they're doing these things that think about it, I don't want my kids. I don't want my fucking kids playing football.
Any play can end your career.
Exactly. You should be getting. I mean, listen. I'm not gonna go where I was going with this, but no, because it's a hot button topic for me, man. We all work hard. He's working.
Listen, he had both to do what he did. He sat out the season. He may never recoup that money, but you know what?
Never will.
He didn't want to get franchise tagged, so he didn't.
But he did that for a reason.
Sam Darnold's like 23, I think.
20 something like that.
All right, so he has another 15, 16 years. If Antonio Brown's a distraction for 2 years,
That's
he's got 14 more years to do his thing.
Listen, at the end of the day, just Terrell Owens.
Just let me know fantasy-wise how to pick you, and I don't have any problem.
Straight up, right? Please. This is real.
Terrell Owens was fired by multiple teams, multiple coaches, multiple quarterbacks, but still, this guy gets paid everywhere he goes. He's won a Super Bowl before.
T.O. won the Super Bowl?
49ers, no?
I don't know.
Oh, they lost. They beat the Giants.
Yeah, fact check that. But yeah, we're wrapping up here. I want this last couple of minutes, about maybe 2 to 3 minutes. I want you to talk about whatever you want people to a way to.
Patriots, they lost too.
Okay, so I want to know how we can get in contact with you.
Okay.
I want to know how we can get kids involved to a certain extent. If a parent is watching to a certain extent, I want to know if they want to know how we can get in contact with you. We're going to create a little box on the screen that's right to your left. If there's a
that's what the Wiz is gonna do, right?
Exactly. That's right. No. So seriously, we want to know a little bit. So like, if I wanted to have, if I had a kid, how do I get in contact with you?
Without giving out my phone number.
No, you don't have to give out your phone number.
So Instagram, because all the kids are on Instagram and Facebook. Mecca Basketball.
That's the tag. That's the ad, right?
Mecca.
We're gonna put that right next to his face.
Mecca Basketball.
And I don't want to spell it, but you can put that in a little box. Mecca.
Link in bio.
Mecca Basketball. Email info at Mecca Basketball, the generic one, or Phil. My name is Phil. Phil at Mecca Basketball. If you ever want to get in contact, or the website MeccaBasketball.com. Cut and dry. Mecca Basketball. Mecca Basketball. Mecca Basketball.
I can.
Simple.
Can I?
MECCA.
M is in Mary. ECCA Basketball.
I like that.
.com or just straight up Instagram, Facebook.
Listen, Phil, again, truly, it was awesome. Thank you so much.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us at the talk. Sisi's Bacon, Egg, and Cheese, the BEC, was live. We're off air, and thank you guys so much again. Phil, thank you again. And yeah, dude, this table I've waxed some people on pretty bad.
I'm pretty nice too.
Back to ass.
Stop that.
We got
Maybe came for $100 right now. And we're gonna end right